We're at the end of a long farming day here on the homestead, and that is always when homesteading throws you for a loop. So as we were finishing our dinner, our little boys came in to tell us that they found a swarm of bees in a cherry tree just 20 feet away from our hives. Now I know these are my bees because I was lazy about checking them and they ran out of room. And what they do when they run out of room to store honey is they break the hive in two, and half of the hive goes on and, starts anew. So these are my bees. They belong in my bee box. So even though we want to tuck in for the night, we're going to go capture our first swarm of honeybees. You'll notice I'm wearing Stuart's pajama pants, but that's because I'm a sissy about bee stings and I really don't want them to go through my jeans. So it goes. All right, my plan is to just take my bee box, take it over there and cut the frames off, drop them into the box and cross my fingers, hope for the best. This is not like, there we go. I do have a very handsome assistant to help me tonight. Lucky me. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's get the bee box. I just happened to actually have an empty hive from one of the beehives that we kept last year that we lost through the winter. So 2 of ours are great and going strong, obviously strong enough to swarm. So this is just an empty bee hotel waiting for some visitors. It's actually really important too that we get this swarm out of this cherry tree, because in just a couple of weeks, there's going to be a bunch of pickers in this orchard climbing up into this cherry tree, and that would be quite the surprise for them to find amongst the branches. All right, I'm gonna need your help. Are you shaking?
No, all right.
Oh, I'm shaking so bad. That was terrifying. I mean, there was probably 10 or 15 pounds of bees in there, it would seem. So this is the hive that it originally split from. And now, hopefully they'll just fix their comb and call this home.
Yep.
If we got the queen. So this is what's left in the tree now. And the thing about bees is you can relocate them, but if their queen's not with them, they are not going to do well. And I had adrenaline pumping so bad when I did it. I didn't notice that last teeny little bit of frame right here that they've built. So we're gonna try and get just a little bit more, just to make sure that this is as successful as it can be. Oh, I'm shaking. Do I have any bees on me?
That's good. No, I'm good.
That was terrifying. When you have your head up into a gigantic pile of bees, it's just exhilarating and horrifying at the same time. But I did manage to sneak away with a taste of the wild honey. If I can get out of this thing, help me.
Maybe we'll take it inside.
Here. They were not happy about it, but we'll give them a check in a couple days to see how they're taking to their new home. All right. Wow. Have a taste. Wow. Oh! It's fine. Everything's fine here. You want to try?
Yeah.
One of the things we really love to do as a family is to grow food. And that's demonstrated in the fruit trees that we've planted, the gardens that we've tended for all these years, and of course, harvesting the honey from these bees. They are a vital and respected part of this homestead.
It's amazing to think how much of the other work we do actually goes into benefiting the bees. And of course, we enjoy all the flowers and all the other fruiting plants that we grow, but the bees get to benefit from it as well. So it's like we're working for them almost.
It's kind of a very mutually beneficial relationship, isn't it? Because we've created this oasis of all different varieties of flowers and plants for them to harvest and enjoy, and not even just the honeybees, but the bumblebees too. There's all kinds of flying creatures around these gardens. And the bonus is we get to harvest honey at the end of it all.
It is fun to know that the honey that you get from these bees came from them pollinating the flowers we grow. And so just like we harvest, the fruits and veggies that we tend to here, we get to harvest honey from the bees that are working hard to produce something edible as well and yummy.
And each year it's different. Each year it's a special vintage of what's blooming, what flowers have done really well. It's unique to our area. It's one of the most creative, hard work filled live foods imaginable.